Tu chica otra vez modupiala akinjolire. Tu efemera psiquiatrica y de salud mental favorita belleza negra bilingüe. Por favor, no olvides suscribirse, compartir, comenta mis vídeos de YouTube. Muchas gracias. Hoy hablamos de regulación emocional. ¿Qué es la regulación emocional? Emotional regulation is the ability to understand, manage, and respond to our emotions in healthy and effective ways. Emotional regulations doesn't mean that we are ignoring our emotions. It doesn't mean we are pretending that we are fine. It doesn't mean that we have to shut down emotions down. It means learning to work with them instead of being overwhelmed by them. Emotional regulation is about being able to notice what you're feeling, to understand why you're feeling it, and choose a response that aligns with your values and goals. It is not about being calm all the time. It is about staying in control enough to make choices instead of being reacting on autopilot. Emotions are not the enemy. They are signals, they are not problems. They are like warning lights on a dashboard. They point to the problem. Just like a smoke alarm doesn't mean that the house is burning down. It means something needs attention. Emotions tells us that something important, fear signals danger or certainty. Sadness signals loss or madness. Anger can signal injustice. Anxiety can signal perceived threat or being overwhelmed or emotional overload. So when we treat emotions as information instead of emergencies, we respond to them more intentionally. Imagine being frustrated at work. Emotional regulation doesn't mean you force yourself to feel happy. It means you recognize the frustration, you understand what triggered it, and choose how to respond. Maybe by taking a moment before speaking instead of snapping out or shutting down. Many people see anger as being bad. Anger is often a signal that a boundary was crossed. For example, if someone speaks to us disrespectfully, the anger is telling us something about this interaction feels wrong. The emotion isn't the issue, the situation is. So how do we improve emotional regulation? Hay 7 formas de mejora nuestra regulación emocional. Número 1. Strengthen emotional awareness. Noticing what you feel. Emotional regulation starts with simply recognizing what we are feeling in the moment. Many people jump straight into reaction without pausing to identify the emotion. We need to name it. I feel anxious, I feel irritated, I feel sad. Name the emotion. Notice where it shows up in your body. Check what triggered it. Is it a thought? Is it a memory? Is it a physical sensation? Example, you are strolling through social media and suddenly you feel tensed. Instead of ignoring it, you pause and realize I'm feeling insecure because I'm comparing myself to others. The awareness alone reduces emotional intensity. Numero 2. Understand the message behind the emotions. They are not threats. Improving emotional regulations means learning to interpret what the emotion is telling you. You want to ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to communicate? What need or boundary is involved? Is this emotion about the present or something from the past? Sometimes you feel angry when a friend cancels a plan last minute. Instead of exploding or shutting down, you recognize the message. The anger is telling me I feel disappointed. Understanding the message helps me to respond with clarity instead of reacting impulsively. Numero 3. Track your emotional pattern. I call this prevention through insight. Patterns helps us to provide emotional reactions before they escalate. We want to do this by keeping I love journaling, keeping a simple mood log. Write things down when you feel the time of the day that you feel more tense and dysregulated. Notice what time of the day you are most reactive or impulsive. You want to also identify common triggers. Is it when you're tired, fatigue, or when you're hungry, hunger, conflict, or overstimulation? When you realize you are more irritable in the evenings after work, the insight helps to plan ahead. Maybe I need to avoid heavy conversation during that time. That will help to even make clearer, informed decision when you are emotionally tense. It helps to build a decompression routine as well. Numero 4, baseline, like healthy daily habits. A regulated baseline, that is the normal thing you do day day-to-day activities helps emotion easier to manage. When the baseline is low, that everything is low, you're tired, hungry, or overstimulated, even the little stressor feels so huge. We want to create healthy routines, consistent sleep. Sleep is important. Regular meals, moving, stretching, hydration, drink water, creative outlets like what drains out that emotion dysregulation. What drains it out? Is it through writing? Is it music, coloring, painting? Social connection. Time outdoor. Just clear your head. Sleep is important, so that person has already developed an emotional buffer to handle, challenges. Numero 5. Build emotional vocabulary. I call this better words equals better regulation. People who describe their emotion accurately tends to regulate them effectively. Expand beyond being mad, or try words like I feel lonely, I feel hurt, I feel nervous, I feel frustrated, I feel overwhelmed, disappointed. That builds the way we effectively and efficiently regulate our emotions. Instead of saying I'm mad, I'm angry, you realize you are just being actually hurt. Responding to words looks very different from responding to anger. That leads to an healthier communication. Numero 6. Practicing pausing before responding. It takes time to build this. The epinephrine in our brain, the fight and flight response would make us to react to things even before thinking it through. That's the third law of Newton's laws. Law of motion says to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Aura for aura, but let us learn to let go at times so that there will be peace and we'll be happy. Our day would not be destabilized. That way we can take slow breaths before speaking, count 1 to 3 before responding, step away briefly if needed. By the time we do all that, what even makes us to be angry to that point, we'll even forget, we'll not even remember, or the tension will have even subsided. The way we react will not be as bad as the way we will have reacted when it was more tense. It goes into friendship, partnership, or even in marriage. You say your partner says something hurtful, offensive, instead of snapping back, you just take that tiny pause to prevent escalation, to give it time to choose a calmer response or a calmer time to respond to that. Numero 7. Build self-compassion, a soft inner voice. People regulate emotions better when they are not judging themselves for having them, okay? We want to replace, what's wrong with me too? This is hard. I'm doing my best. Treat yourself the way you want to treat your fellow human beings compassionately, so treat yourself well. Whenever we feel anxious before a meeting, especially if our boss say, I need to see you, hope I didn't do anything wrong. You know that tension that comes in, that anxiety. It's okay to feel that way. Awareness alone shifts any emotional pressure. Improving emotional regulation primarily is about awareness, understanding, prevention. When you notice emotion early, understand what they are signaling, strengthen our baseline. We use richer emotional vocabulary, we pause before reacting, we treat ourselves with compassion. We create a foundation that makes emotional regulation more natural, more sustainable. Espero que aprendan una o dos cosas hoy. Si tienes alguna pregunta, you can drop it in the comment section. Gracias siempre por escuchar y ver. Aprecio su tiempo. Nos vemos más tarde. Adiós por ahora. Gracias. Bye for now.